Hi guys, this is week 44 Project Life and I'm working with the brand new Citrus Twist Kit's December Pocket Life kit. So as usual, I've got my photos and I'm just starting by picking out some of these gorgeous cards. That first one was perfect because I've got a little Instagram screen grab of a quote that was really appropriate that week. And so is that card. Maybe swearing will help. It was a strange sort of week, this one, so I'm glad that these cards worked out nicely. And then all I need is just one of the papers from the kit, and although the green worked quite nicely with the photos, you know I'm not a fan of green, so I was always going to go with yellow really. Just a little bit of shuffling around and then I'm ready to stick these photos down once I work out which way is up on that one anyway. And so this is the basic layout for my week 44 and I can just go about and do a little bit of embellishing now. Those wee cork shapes were really cute, but none of the little sayings on them were really appropriate for this week, so I figure I will leave them for later. And I really loved these puffy stickers, and the first one on there that jumped out at me was the Delish one, because of course I've got a food photo, but it was sort of a more cooler fuchsia kind of pink rather than the sort of peachy pink of the title card that I picked. So I wasn't that sure whether I would use it or not, even though I really love it. So instead I've left that for now, and I've just sped this up really quick because I'm going through all of the die cuts now. You know my thoughts on this. There are always so many die cuts in these packs. I mean, it's brilliant, but it takes forever to go through. I should have done it before I started filming, but I didn't, sorry. So I've gone really quick as I pick out like, what, 3, and then I put one back anyway, so I only ended up using 2. One is this gorgeous little blue tag, and I'm just gonna stick that in under my photo. Which of course is when I realized that I probably should have put some thread on it. So I grabbed some baker's twine from just on my desk and then painfully try and thread that through the tag that's already been stuck down. And then faff about with the strings on it, trying to work out how they're going to go. But I mean, I'm going to end up putting it in a pocket anyway, so they'll go wherever they go probably. And then I can glue down just this one other die cut. That's the only other one that I ended up picking out, a little arrow. And just sticking that off to the side of the photo and then trim down the edge. And you can see I did use the Delish sticker after all because I really loved it. And so to tie that pink in, I used the same colour pink heart on the card above there. And then I wondered whether I would add like one of the other stickers that was the same colour, but none of them were really right, and I didn't want to force them on just for the sake of having a third piece of that colour. So instead I am going to move on to my title card. These little blue puffy sticker alphas are they're so pretty. They're the nicest sort of royal blue. I really love them. But no numbers in this set this time, so I am having to work out how I'm going to add some numbers onto this title card. So I'm going through my die cut pack again and just trying to pick out a little tag, and I had one but then I found this other one. The sentiment on it's not right for my title card, but it's still big enough that it will cover up the label portion, so I just am carefully gluing that on so I can trim off the sentiment. And then again, once again, stuck the tag down before I put the string through it, so I'm going to painfully try and tie that one as well, just to tie in those two tags together. And then I want to add a label, so there's a blue one, but I figured the blue with the blue letter might be a bit much, so there's one with yellow, so I'm going to add that instead. And for my numbers, I'm going to use the Citrus Twist Kit's numeral stamp set and just use a blue ink to sort of tie it together. And then once I've stuck my labels down, I'm using them as a shelf for my alphas. And then I can do my date stamping, and I'm going to do the date stamping in the same blue ink as well, for no other reason than it was right there. That was the one I grabbed first. And then you can see there I found a pen that was the exact same pinky colour, so that's really hard to see on camera here, but that is my third tiny piece of that little fuchsia pink colour. And again, I really wanted to use something on this photo, but that sentiment wasn't really right. So instead I grabbed the This Is Life stamp set for this month, which is Good to Be Home. So I'm going to use a few of the stamps from that just to decorate a couple of my photos. So one sentiment on the sunset photo and just a few little hearts on the bottom of my Instagram quote there. And then there's a sort of dotted border stamp, and I'm just going to stamp that around the tag just to tie it into the photo a little bit more. And then I want to add one more, but I didn't want to stamp it just directly onto the photo. So I grabbed a little, well, it's not really a tag or a label, sort of a bordered label piece that fit the sentiment really nicely. Stamped it on there, and then I can glue that onto the photo instead. And apart from like fussing about with that tag again, I thought I was all finished, but I just felt like I wanted to put something in the coffee cup, and there was this really cute home stamp in the actual stamp set from the Pocket Life kit, so I'm just going to stamp that in there, and now I'm all done. These kits are really beautiful, and even though they're December, they're not really Christmas themed at all, which makes them perfect for Project Life. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. There's a couple more videos on screen if you want to keep watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye!